Welcome to Nursing Manthra. I hope all you are keeping well. Today, we are going to see how to get a license in state of Qatar for all healthcare professionals. How we have to apply for the licensing process in state of Qatar. For that, first we have to search in the Google State of Qatar Ministry of Public Health licensing process. Or you can just simply type QCHP. We can see that. And I can click on here in the home page for QCHP. QCHP means Qatar Council for Healthcare Practitioners. So I am clicking on that page. So Department of Healthcare Practitioners, State of Qatar, Ministry of Public Health. This is the website. So here you can see registration and licensing. So go to guidelines and useful links. So in guidelines, it's written here how to apply for the licensing system and all the details are there. How to apply for the CV template, then the guidelines for each profession, physicians, dentists, nurses, pharmacists, allied healthcare practitioners, all guidelines are mentioned here. So first document is passport, copy of valid passport. Then when we are applying for the licensing process, that time we require the QID, that is Qatar identification card is required, national ID is required. Then one recent passport size photograph is required. Then CV is required, that is curriculum vitae, resume is required. Okay. Then all academic year related documents, mark list, transcript and your qualification certificate is required. Then your professional registration certificate, that is your license. For the nurses, it will be from the Nursing Council, from where you worked last, and active license we should provide for this licensing process. Then your copy of the data flow verification report, that is your primary verification report is required, primary source verification report. Then after that, your copy of the passing certificate of the qualifying exam. For the nurses, it is Prometric exam. So based on the provision, it is mentioned whether Prometric is required or not, or any other exams, and the exemption of the exams also there. All this, based on that, you can attach the particular certificate there for the passing certificate, exam passing certificate. These are the documents initially required to apply for the evaluation process. So before going through the evaluation, first we have to do the data flow verification process, then exam process. Once you complete the exam, then we have to apply for the evaluation process. Here you can see the scope of practice and a registered nurse. For a registered general nurse, what is the qualification requirement? That is BSc in nursing or diploma in nursing or associated degree in nursing. All these in post BSc nursing, everything we can apply for registered general nurse. Registered nurse for the diploma in nursing 3 years after 12th standard means we can apply. And experience requirement, 2-year experience for BSc nurses and 3-year experience for diploma nurses it is required. And Prometric exam is required for registered general nurse. So here you can see that registered general nursing, that category license we will get for diploma nurses also. We can see in DHA, MOH and this DOH also, we will get as assistant nurse, practical nurse. In Saudi means we will get the title as a technical nurse for diploma nurses. But in Qatar, you will get registered general nurse licensing title, same like BSc nursing you also will get. But only this particular about here means you must have 3-year experience, working experience. That is latest 3-year working experience is required. If you are a BSN, then you should have 2-year experience. And if you are a diploma nurse, then you must have 3-year experience. Then you will get registered general nurse license. You are eligible to apply. So that is a great thing. Then next category of the nursing licensing title is clinical nurse specialist. So clinical nurse specialist must meet the registered general nurse qualification and master's degree in nursing is required. MSc nursing or any postgraduate degree is required. 1 year program degree is required like that. So here also the qualification details has mentioned. 3-year clinical experience after registration as a registered general nurse it is required. But for here exam is not required. Only the qualification, based on the qualification and post qualification experience, post registration experience, they are calculating it as a clinical nurse specialist. So once you reach there, you can upgrade. If you are an MSN, then you can upgrade your licensing title to clinical nurse specialist after 3 years of experience. Then nurse educator category is there. Then for the MSc nurses and all, you can like apply for the nurse educator category. There also exam is not required. Then a nurse practitioner is there. Like that, different titles are there. Nurse trainee is required, and midwife, assistant nurse or assistant midwife. Like that, each category is there. So there are some other exemptions also for the exam. Those who completed the NCLEX exam, National Council Licensure Examination, within 5 years duration, for them also the exam is exempt in state of Qatar. Then here it is written, applicants with a total clinical experience less than 18 months. You can apply for evaluation as a nurse trainee, and later on you can upgrade your licensing title to registered general nurse. So if you have experience less than 18 months, so don't worry about the experience. If you want to go to Qatar, don't worry and don't keep any fake experiences. So you can apply for a nurse training licensing title initially, and later on you can upgrade your title to registered general nurse. So we will see how to apply for the licensing process. For applying for the licensing process, what is the first stage? The data flow verification section. This is the data flow page for state of Qatar. You have to select the state of Qatar from the Ministry of Public Health, state of Qatar, and we can start the data flow process, okay, after signing up the data flow. Then in the data flow, you have to do your educational qualification, your licensing qualification, and your experience also you have to do. Then good standing certificate at the end when you are applying for the licensing, that time it is required. But here for the data flow, primary source verification, qualification, experience, and your license is required. So here there is a Prometric, Department of Healthcare Professional, Ministry of Public Health, State of Qatar. So we can schedule the exam through the Prometric site. You have to pay the Prometric fees, and you will get the report immediately soon after the exam. Once you pass the exam and once you complete the primary source verification, then next step is apply for evaluation. So in Department of Healthcare Practitioners, go to registration and licensing. Registration and licensing system. Click on here. After that, you can click on apply for evaluation. Click on the payment. 100 Qatar realities. The application fee for evaluation fees. So once you apply for the evaluation, it will show pending with employer. The status it will be there like pending with employer. Your employer, you have to search for a job. Then your employer, once you get the offer letter and everything, you can inform that your details to the employer, and the employer will open from their institutional account, and they will accept the licensing process invitation from the QCHP. After employer is approved your application, then the application evaluated by DHP. After approval by the DHP, the status will be showing like that. After that, you can apply for the licensing process or temporary licensing or changing of the facility, changing of the employer. These three processes you can continue after that. If you are selecting as a apply for licensing category, what all are the documents additionally it is required? First document is required is Qatar ID is required. Then your medical fitness certificate is required. You have to do the medical fitness certificate in Qatar itself. That is required. Police clearance certificate from Qatar, that is required. CPR certificate, that is important one. Your primary source verification. And usually the good standing certificate is sent to the authority, to the QCHP, the state, like Ministry of Health. The good standing certificate is sending from our nursing council. It will reach there, and we will get the confirmation letter that the good standing is reached in state of Qatar, Ministry of Public Health, like that. One mail we will receive. That mail confirmation letter we have to submit here instead of the good standing certificate. Once we have all these documents and above said the documents which we already applied for the evaluation letter, additionally we need these documents. With that, we should apply for the licensing. The fees will be again 100 Qatar Riyal will be there. After review from the officials, your license will be issued. This is regarding how to apply for licensing process for State of Qatar Ministry of Public Health. I hope all you understood regarding this. Thank you.